After nearly 8 years on Coronation Street, Abi Webster is ready to walk away from Weatherfield permanently in upcoming storylines, and her decision is driven by love. When Abi first appeared in the soap, her world was in turmoil. After suffering an overdose, her young twins were removed from her care. She later endured the heartbreak of losing her eldest son, Seb, who was murdered on the evening of Abi's hen party as she prepared to wed Kevin Webster. A brief liaison with Imran Habib during her quest for justice over Seb's death led to Abi falling pregnant with baby Alfie. At first, she distanced herself from the child before becoming entangled in a custody fight with Imran and his partner, Toya Battersby. In more recent months, Abi has enjoyed greater calm living with Kevin, Alfie, and Kevin's son, Jack. However, the arrival of Kevin's brother, Carl Webster, disrupted the family balance. Not long ago, Abi and Carl gave in to the chemistry that had been bubbling between them since their first meeting, leading to a full-blown affair. So far, their relationship has been kept under wraps, but in upcoming installments, Tracy Barlow, who has been chasing after Carl herself, is left upset when Carl confesses that he's in love with another woman. She suspects Abi is the mystery person, although he denies it. Doing a bit of snooping, Tracy peers through the Webster's kitchen window and spots Carl and Abi sharing a kiss, proving her suspicions right. When Abi discovers that Tracy is aware of the affair, she's shocked. Meeting Tracy at the cafe, Abi explains she never intended to develop feelings for Carl. It simply happened unexpectedly. She stresses that she doesn't want to hurt Kevin and pleads with Tracy not to reveal her secret. Tracy feels bitter that Carl chose his sister-in-law over her, but will she stay quiet for Abi's sake? Abi isn't convinced she can put her faith in Tracy, and who could blame her? So she presents Carl with an idea. She proposes that they run away from Weatherfield together and begin a new chapter in Germany, where Carl spent his childhood. But will he agree to her plan? Could Abi and Carl soon be packing up and jetting off abroad? Coronation Street fans spot Carla Connor star's slip as real her takes over. Allison King is celebrated and loved for portraying Carla Connor in the ITV soap, first stepping onto the cobbles back in 2006. Coronation Street viewers believe they caught Allison King briefly showing the real her, claiming they heard her natural accent during the most recent episode. The actress has gained huge recognition for her long-running role as Carla Connor in the Weatherfield drama. Although she's most associated with her Corey character, which she began playing in 2006, the part wasn't her first appearance on TV. Before pursuing acting, Allison studied drama at Groby Community College and spent 4 years working as a dental nurse. Originally from Leicester, she later secured a part in Channel 4's soap Brookside, which is making a special one-off comeback to mark Hollyoaks' 30th anniversary. She made a one-off appearance in the Channel 4 soap back in 1998 as a character called Helen, before later stepping onto Coronation Street in 2004 as Mrs. Fanshawe. 2 years on, she was cast as Carla Connor, and the rest, as they say, is history. Allison tends to keep her personal life separate from her career on the long-running soap, but during Monday's episode of Corey, August 18, viewers believed they heard her genuine accent slip out while she was untangling Sarah Platt's problems with a client. This moment followed fan disappointment last week, when Carla's much-anticipated proposal failed to go ahead, leaving her unable to ask girlfriend Lisa Swain to marry her. Tension had been rising as fans already knew the underworld boss was planning to pop the question, just months after she had turned down Lisa's earlier proposal. At the time, Carla wasn't ready to say yes to Lisa's proposal, as it came straight after the devastating loss of her colleague PC Craig Tinker, who tragically died on duty following a brutal attack by Mick Michaelis. Still certain she wanted a future with the detective sergeant, Carla went about buying a ring and nervously planning to pop the question herself. Unfortunately, her big moment didn't unfold as she'd hoped. Having been given some questionable advice from Ryan Connor about how to go about it, Carla's attempt in the Rover's return quickly went off track. Lisa turned up late, and before Carla could get started, Debbie Webster interrupted. Debbie asked the pair for their opinion on her own wedding invitations, which got Lisa chatting about the past. When Debbie asked Lisa how her late wife, Becky, had proposed, Carla's carefully laid plans began to unravel. Lisa recalled that Becky had organized a meal at a restaurant and placed the engagement ring inside a champagne glass. Just as she was reminiscing, Glenda Shuttleworth walked over with flutes of bubbly, the exact way Carla had intended to ask, forcing her to stop before she could go through with it. Coronation Street spoilers see double death, and Cobbles will be heartbroken. Coronation Street spoilers have teased a shocking death and another character's life hanging in the balance. Next week promises explosive drama on the Cobbles, with new twists revealed in advance. As Adi Alahan prepares to leave Weatherfield behind for a fresh start in India, his dad Dev and Steve McDonald team up in a bid to stop him. They try to rekindle Adi's romance with Steve's daughter Amy Barlow, hoping it might convince him to stay. But their plan doesn't work. Adi and Amy agree they're better off as friends, and Adi admits he's excited about beginning his new chapter abroad. The revelation devastates both Dev and Adi's twin sister Asha. Overcome with emotion, Asha storms out of the pub in tears, only to be hit by a panic attack after an already difficult day at work. Later on, Asha records a heartbreaking voice note for her brother, telling him she'll miss him terribly, that she can't cope without him, and pleading for him not to go. Yet as her finger hovers over the send button, she breaks down sobbing. Will she send it or delete it forever? As the days go on, Asha struggles to get through her shifts, weighed down by the knowledge that her twin is leaving for good. After saying her farewells, she heads out on duty with colleague Sienna, but events take a chilling twist when they're called to a car crash. To Asha's horror, the wrecked vehicle belongs to Adi. What has happened, and could her worst fears come true? This follows the news that actor Adam Hussein confirmed earlier this year he would be leaving the ITV soap after 5 years of portraying Adi. But while Adi's possible tragic fate looms, another death on the Cobbles has already been confirmed. In upcoming episodes, Jenny Connor grows suspicious that George Shuttleworth is being far too gullible with women he's meeting online. Her fears appear to be justified when Daisy Midgley's manipulative mother, Christina Boyd, shows up at the Rovers in search of George. Christina soon explains that her visit is actually professional, revealing that her former flame Dom has passed away. However, Jenny complains to Glenda and Brian, convinced that Christina is targeting George for herself and scheming once again. Later in the week, Jenny becomes convinced Christina is scamming George and lying about Dom's supposed death. Determined to expose her, Jenny storms into the funeral home and accuses Christina of only wanting George's money, insisting Dom is still alive. To Christina's shock, Jenny even pries open Dom's coffin. But what truth will be uncovered? Coronation Street continues every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday at 8 p.m. on ITV and ITVX.